In this video, I'm going to go over how you could leave comments, whether written comments or audio feedback, on an assignment that a student might hand in. In the first section, I'll talk about how you would do that online on the web-based Schoology platform. And in the second section, I'll talk about what that would look like on the iPad so that you have both options for when you do that. So first of all, I set up a sample assignment in Schoology, so I'm going to click in there. And I had a sample student come into that assignment and start to fill out some of the work in that assignment. So you can see over here on the right that this sample teacher, who is a student in this particular class, submitted an assignment that needs grading. So we're going to go through how you might leave comments on that assignment. So if you click on that submission, you'll see in the center of the screen the submission that the student made. I'm just going to scroll up so you can see the top of that. Just says, "This is my sample assignment. I can't wait for your feedback." Over on the right-hand side here is where you would start to add feedback, whatever you might want to use. So you could add a comment just by clicking in the box and write whatever you would like. This sample assignment needs to be more clear. Okay, so you could do a typed feedback, in which case afterwards you'd hit post. You could have a file that you attach to this as feedback, so maybe you want to attach a file that shows something that will help them improve their assignment. Maybe it's a rubric you use in class, or it's a document that they can read to learn more about what they need to do. So you just click on that file button, and in which case it would go to your folders and choose whatever one you want, and go ahead and open that. And then finally this little microphone button, whenever you see that in Schoology, that means you can record audio or video. So you click on that little button and you just choose your audio or your video choice. In this case I'm going to do audio. Okay. When you click this red button, it might ask you to allow the microphone or the camera. So we're going to hit allow and then close that up. And then we're ready to go. Click the red button, and as soon as it's ready to start recording, it'll take off and record your voice. Then that will be also saved in here as a recording. Once you have your comment written or your file attached or your recording done, you hit post, and that's saved for the student to see. If you don't like your comment, you can always delete it by hitting this little X button. Are you sure you want to delete it? Submit. So that's how you can leave written as well as file as well as audio feedback on an assignment. In this section of the video, I'm going to go over how to leave comments, audio feedback, and some other types of different feedback on the Schoology app over the iPad. So what you're looking at here is a view of my iPad screen with the course opened up, and you can see there is in the middle of the screen here the sample assignments that I was working on in the web-based version. So I'm going to open up sample assignment 1, and in there you can see what the assignment description is. I'm going to go to the student submission that has already been created by hitting submissions. And once that comes up, you can find the student that you're looking for. In this case, it's that sample teacher student again. And here it is. I'm going to click on that particular assignment, and there's the student assignment right there. So now that we're looking at the student's assignment, as I said, there are lots of different ways you can give feedback on the app, and some that are actually easier to do on the app than they are on the web-based version of Schoology. So first, you can do comments again in the app. So you'll see this little bubble up in the right-hand corner, a little like speech bubble or thought bubble. If you click on that, that's your comment area. So if you want to add a comment for a student on their assignment, you'd hit the little plus button in the upper right hand corner. You can type the comment right here. This is my comment. So that would be just written feedback. You can also do different types of audio or video feedback here. So we'll go to record audio. I think this is a lot easier on the iPad myself. Allow Schoology to use the microphone, hit record. It's recording right now. When it's done, hit pause, and then go ahead and hit the checkbox in the upper right hand corner, and you've got an audio recording as feedback. You can also do video, or you could have a photo if you'd like to add that as feedback. So maybe you've taken a screenshot of how you'd like the student to improve their work, and you're adding that as a photo to the comment as well. So when you've put anything you want in this comment section, you hit the little green checkbox up above, and then it is added as a comment. So that's always saved on there. So you can see it's got the written comment that I wrote, and then it's also got that audio file saved. So that's one way you can do feedback in the app. You can also work with rubrics in the app. So if I click on the little bar graph up in the, again, upper right hand corner, that's going to open up the rubric for this particular assignment. This rubric has also been scored already, but let's pretend we're going in and we're scoring it. You just hit the boxes for whatever amount of points you want to give that student. It automatically totals up those points for you, and then you hit save, and it keeps that rubric with the assignment. The student can see both those comments that you made in the original comment box and also the rubric score that you left for them. And then finally, the last piece that I think is, again, much easier on the app than it is on the computer, in fact, I didn't even talk about it on the computer, is a markup option on the iPad. So you can see this thing that looks like a little highlighter up here in the right-hand corner. If you click on that, it gives you a whole set of tools in the left-hand corner of things you can do to that student assignment. So if I click the first T in a box, okay, that allows me to highlight what the student has written. So maybe in your comment box, you say something like, in the first highlighted area, you need to check for this, that, or the other. So you can use that to pinpoint what students need to look at. You could also do the next box over with the T and the line through it. That's for crossing text out. So again, if I highlight that, now it has a red line through it because I've crossed that out. The next option over is like providing a sticky note on the assignment. So let's say there's a particular area where you want to leave a little note for the student so you can really pinpoint the comment to a certain area of their work. Again, I'm just going to type in here, that's my comment. So that note is there, that's good to go. And I just clicked off the screen so that it minimized that note. And then you can also freehand draw on their assignment. So let's say you wanted to circle something. You could do that. You could write something. Okay, so whatever you'd like to do, that's available to you. As long as we're here, I might as well point this out. This little green dot next to it obviously is showing the color of pen. If I click on that, there are 4 different options for the pen color, so you could change those as needed if you prefer to work in red. And then back on the highlighter, there are different highlighter colors as well. So if you click on that yellow, there's 4 different highlighter colors. So if you'd rather highlight in blue, you could do that instead. Oh, blue and yellow made green. That was kind of cool. All right, so those are all set. Once you have your assignment marked up the way you want it to be, you hit this check mark again up in the upper right-hand corner. That saves everything as you want it to be. And again, the student can see these then when they go back into the assignment. If you close out of that, okay, now you're back in that original screen where we've got those options up in the right-hand corner again. So all of those annotations have been saved, the comments are saved, and the rubric score is saved. So you've just given that student a ton of feedback on that assignment and how they can improve.